諦めない心君とならば頑張れる無駄なことはないよ上を向いて笑おう一度君の時だから
Yuri Mito is a typical normal Japanese teenager. He goes to school, works on people's motorcycles, and performs exorcisms. Okay, that last part's a little bit unusual, but his family lives in a shrine and they do that sort of thing. Still, you would think he'd known enough to be careful with an ancient relic he finds in the woods, especially when a mysterious goddess appears and tells him to leave it alone. Unfortunately, despite Mito's best efforts, the seal gets broken anyway and a number of dangerous deity that it held in stasis gets loose. This is bad. Mito also ends up with a beautiful goddess girl who decides that she's going to marry him. This might not be so bad if he wasn't already caught up in the middle of a war between the entities he's released. The flesh may be weak, but the spirit's more than willing to compensate.
Number 9.
大丈夫？人違いしてない？
違ってなんかいません。
ちょっと！
私のヨートくんです。
隠し？
私だけのヨートくん。
Yoto Yokodera wants to be seen in a different way from most men, as a pervert. However, his lewd actions are often misinterpreted as good intentions, and people cannot see his true nature. Upon hearing rumors of a cat statue that can banish an unwanted trait, he searches for it and prays for his facade to be removed. But each wish comes at a price. Those unwelcome traits are transferred to someone else who desires them. After realizing that vocalizing his dirty thoughts is not the best thing, Yoto decides to regain his lost trait by seeking out the person who received them. Unfortunately, he was not alone in praying to the cat statue, and now he must not only fix his life, but the lives of others as well.
Number 8.
しちゃうよ。
そっか。わかった。いいよ。
ありがとう。ごめんね。
On the surface, Ryunosuke Kaga is a token perverted teenager, spending his days ogling women and indulging in erotic reveries. Because of this, Ryunosuke is ostracized by his classmates. Only his childhood friend, Mina Okina, knows that behind his lecherous persona lies a compassionate boy who has sworn to be chivalrous to girls, believing there are treasures that must be protected. One fateful day, Ryunosuke runs into Lizara Restal, a soul reaper hailing from a noble family whose primary objective in the human realm is to locate a magically potent person known as the One. In order to fuel her movement with magic, she decides to form a provisional contract with Ryunosuke to use his sexual desires as a source of energy. Carrying out this particular arrangement with Lizara, Ryunosuke encounters many disparate individuals, but also learns of the intriguing yet dark secrets surrounding his world.
Number 7.
キスしようぜ。稲葉もこれくらいは許してくれるよね。
When 5 students at Yamaboshi Academy realize that there are no clubs where they fit in, they band together to form the Student Cultural Society, or STUCS for short. The club consists of Taichi Yagashi, a hardcore wrestling fan, Iori Nagase, an indecisive optimist, Himeko Inaba, a calm computer genius, Yui Kiriyama, a petite karate practitioner, and Yoshifumi Aoki, the class clown. One day, Aoki and Yui experience a strange incident when, without warning, They switch bodies for a short period of time. As the supernatural phenomenon continues to occur randomly amongst the 5 friends, they begin to realize that it is not just fun and games. Now forced to become closer than ever, they soon discover each other's hidden secrets and emotional scars, which could end up tearing the stalks and their friendship apart.
花になりたいのですどんな時もずっと
Number 6.
When Ryu Yamada enters high school, he wanted to turn over a new leaf and lead a productive high school life. That's why he chose to attend Susakuhai, when no one would know of his violent delinquent reputation. However, much to Ryu's dismay, he is soon bored. Now a second year, Ryu has reverted to his old ways, lazy with abysmal grades and always getting into fights. One day, back from yet another office visit, Ryu encounters Urara Shiraishi, a beautiful honor student. A misstep causes them both to tumble down the stairs, ending in an accidental kiss. The pair discovers that they can switch bodies with a kiss, an ability which will prove to be both convenient and troublesome.
Number 5.
Aoba Riku has just transferred to a new high school because of his father's job, and things aren't quite what he expected. The headmaster secretary controls the school while espousing the virtues of academic freedom. The teachers are even stranger than normal teachers, and half the study body is walking around with animal ears on. On the very first day, Riku is unfortunate enough to find himself at the center of the student council's latest event, which has him running for his life. All this on top of the normal high school rigor of popularity contests, crushes, and homework makes it unsure whether Riku will be able to survive this new school.
Number 4.
ある春の日、俺は運命と出会った。
Tomoya Aki, an otaku, has been obsessed with collecting anime and light novels for years, attaching himself to various series with captivating stories and characters. Now, he wants to have a chance of providing the same experience for others by creating his own game. But unfortunately, Tomoya cannot do this task by himself. He successfully recruits childhood friend Edie Spencer Sawamura to illustrate and literary elitist Utaha Kasumigaoka to write the script for his visual novel. While he directs Supergroup, now in hand, Tomoya only needs an inspiration to base his project on, and luckily, he meets the beautiful docile Megumi Kato, who he then models his main character after. Using what knowledge he has, Tomoya creates a new doujin circle with hopes to touch the hearts of those who play their game.
Number 3.
「
Kazuma Hoshino is preparing himself for a new stage of his life as a teenager. Because of his brother Ayumu's weaker than average health, their parents thought it best for the family to move out from the city to a more rural environment. Now, the two brothers are off to the Yorosuyo Inn, where they'll be staying until their parents can settle affairs back in the city and set up their new home. Hoshisora Kakaruhashi finds Kazuma adapting to his new school, dealing with the multiple women who have entered his life, providing emotional support for his younger brother and coping with living with his new landlady. However, for some reason, something about this place is bringing whispers of the past into Kazuma's mind. Small flashbacks to a more innocent time and a friendship long forgotten. What could this deja vu mean?
Number
本当だな。
はい、忘れません。それは絶対です。
Mahiro Yasaka is just an ordinary high school student, until one day he is suddenly attacked by a dangerous monster. Just when everything seems to be lost, he is saved by a silver-haired girl named Nyaruko, who claims to be the shape-shifting deity Nyarlathotep from horror author H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos, sent by the Space Defense Agency to Earth. She explains to Mahiro that the creature chasing him was an alien called Nick Gaunt, who had planned on abducting and selling him as a slave. After rescuing him from the alien, the Lovecraftian deity falls madly in love with Mahiro and forces herself into his household, much to his chagrin. Moreover, they are soon joined by two others from the fictional universe, Ktuko, a girl obsessed with Nyaruko, and Hasta, a young boy easily mistaken for a beautiful female.
Number 1.
Miu.
もう一度キスして。
When boys suddenly get into places where they've never been allowed before, some girls tend to get upset. So when the decision is made to merge the elite Yuihime Girls Private Academy and the co-educational Kagamidai Private Academy, everyone wants to take extra care in avoiding trouble while bringing the two privates together. Therefore, rather than just bringing the Kagamidai boys into Yuihime Girls School all at once, a plan is concocted in which a group of test males will be inserted into the girls' private academy first. Thus, poor young Shingo finds himself being thrown as a sacrificial lamb to the lioness of Yuihime, who aren't exactly waiting for him with open arms. Will Shingo manage to survive the estrogen-soaked death pit that is Yuihime? Can the girls learn to be more receptive to the boys?